Hello, dear viewers, and happy Eid. I'm Mohammed Abdurrahim, and I'm sitting in for this special episode for my dear colleague Taghreed Hussein. As we are celebrating the Greater Bayram or Eid al-Adha or the Feast of Sacrifice, such a great occasion. This is, of course, the Greater Bayram, the bigger of the two Islamic feasts, the other being, of course, Eid al-Fitr, that culminates after the fasting of the holy month of Ramadan, and, of course, the Feast of Sacrifice celebrates the fact that Allah the Almighty sent a sheep to be slaughtered to save Ismail, peace be upon him, after Ibrahim, peace be upon him, was ordered to slaughter his son, peace be upon them and upon Prophet Muhammad. So we will be talking about the Feast of Sacrifice here in Egypt, the Greater Bayram, all the traditions and all of the customs, and how to make this very special occasion one that calls for positive growth, one that calls for development and happiness. And with us now here in the studio is Rana Ihab, and she is a tourism and heritage researcher. Thank you very much, Rana, for joining us, and happy Eid.
Thank you. Happy Eid for all of you and for the studio. Thank
you, Rana, very much. So there are several traditions associated with Eid al-Adha, or the Feast of Sacrifice, here in Egypt, in the Arab world, and in the Muslim world, of course, in general. How do you see the feast celebrations, especially in Egypt? Talk to us about those traditions, those customs, and those happy moments.
When we are talking about festival in Egypt in general, we will talk about them from thousands of years ago, when we started to sacrifice in general. So this is a Muslim tradition, and all of us know that, especially in Eid. But as Egyptians, actually, we have festivals all the time, sacrifice all the time. Started when we are mummified the animals with the dead people. That means actually we have this great meaning of sacrificing, even like what we do nowadays in Al-Eid. We choose the cattle, we choose the things we want to sacrifice with the hair, with the teeth, with everything. Actually, this has also happened before thousands of years ago with the Egyptian traditional in general. So that shows us how we related to our religion, how we are related to our culture, how we are related to our tradition in general, because this is very, very important. So the festivals and the environment of the festival itself started a day before Eid. So you will find all the people in the street as being for a late time, celebrating with each other, with the friends, with the family, and we starting next day when taking our cattle and to the butchers, and we start to give the meat for all the people, for the poor people especially. This is a kind of very, very important thing that we remember the people around us. We are sharing our meals, we are sharing our meat with the people we loved all the time. So actually, this has not happened only in Egypt. This has happened in all the world. So we didn't care. We have to give the Muslims only. No, we share with every people. We see them. They need this. So this is very, very special actually here in Egypt. So anyone who needs us, he took what we did or what we sacrificed actually.
Indeed, Rana, and the fact, the power of giving is very important, because as we can see that during Eid, the rich give meat or money to the poor. The grandparents or the parents give idea or money to the children. So the power of giving. Talk to us about that theme and that idea that is evident in feasts, and especially the feast of the
Yes,
sacrifice.
this is the vibes of Eid. So when we are talking about the giving that we are sharing with our family, the things that we are happy with, the things that make children also happy, because Eid we have in Islam religion or Muslim religion, we have only two Eids. So we doing a lot of things during those time to make all the people around us happy. So what make them happy? To eat, to give them money, to buy things or buy new things actually. And we are going on the right way. So we give the money for the people who deserve it. We we sharing our love with our family in general, gathering together in one table to eat. All of these themes is very, very important, and we are talking a lot, and we will talk a lot about that, because this is the tradition here in Egypt and in all Muslim worlds.
Indeed, Rana. How do you think that the celebrations or the Eid traditions can help boost the tourism sector in Egypt?
Actually, this has played a very important thing, because all the countries around us prefer Egypt as a destination to take their times and to actually playing with and visiting the most important places in Egypt, because we have a lot of varieties in tourism in general. So all the countries around us, they prefer to take their Eid here in Egypt, in the Arabic world, and also important for the mosque tourism. So the people because this is a long vacation,
yes.
So the people taking their times to going to travel to another city, they traveling to their original cities or where they are from. Most of the people who live in Cairo, actually in vacation, they are going to Upper Egypt. They are going to the places that full of amazing vibes and happy vibes, like shores, Sharm el-Sheikh, Hurghada. Also, all of these areas is very important to change the mind, to refresh the mind, and after eat meat for sure, because this is the main topic here.
Yeah.
So they know as Egyptian how they will take a time or be happy in the time they are in, especially in the places around us like Hurghada and Sharm el-Sheikh. And this is also take us to the tourism, domestic tourism. So,
Yeah.
so they are traveling to spend their times and their vacations in those places.
Indeed. Now, the phenomenon, Rana, of religious feasts and festivals is a big one in Egypt throughout the course of its history. Tell us about the advantage of that and how that helps unite Egyptians. And we know, of course, that Egyptians are very rich in cultural diversity.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
So actually, if we are talking about the meals and gathering the family, so we will find the Egyptians calling each other, if they are a Christian and they are Muslims, to be in a one table at the same time. So this has not happened actually in all the world, because we found the people like Muslims, they closing to each other, and they invite their Muslims friends only. But in Egypt, actually, this has not happened. You will find who sacrifice their cattle, actually Christian, who want to deliver the meals for the people who need a Christian. This is related to the Muslim religion, but also you will find the Christians involved with the culture. This is as we said at the beginning, this is the tradition of ancient Egyptian people. This is our culture. It's not, for sure, this is Islamic thing, but also we sharing, and we love the idea of sharing. We love the idea to give the people who deserve that. So this is unity we cannot find in any other place in the world, and you will find how the Egyptians love each other and how they love anyone who come during the tourism. Any foreigner when he arrived to Egypt here, you will find him actually the Egyptian welcoming him so much, warm greeting to him, to invite him to this meal, to this especially if we are in a barbecue thing. So you will find the people around them, they giving the meat during the barbecue thing. So this is the idea here.
All right. Rana, dear viewers, we'll be taking a short break right now and then come back and continue our discussion here on this very special episode of the debate tonight as we are celebrating Eid al-Adha, or the Feast of the Sacrifice. Please stay with us.